leader in these circumstances. And I want to say that around the world, there aren't many countries that have a detailed plan like Canada's, but we also need to have a plan for the economy. We need to be prosperous for our children and for the future, and we are going to work to do both of those things.
Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has repeatedly claimed that neither he nor his staff ever requested the RCMP commissioner to reveal confidential evidence. He claims that he never asked for letters of support from independent police to provide political cover for the use of the Emergencies Act. And yet the RCMP commissioner clearly knew that the minister was seeking these letters, and evidence shows that she was working with him to reveal confidential evidence about the Nova Scotia mass shooting. Does the minister expect us to believe that the RCMP commissioner acted alone?
The Honourable President of the Privy Council.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You know, there's a very significant problem with the member's theory, which is based entirely on speculation, innuendo, and conjecture. But, Mr. Speaker, he ignores the facts, and here are the facts. Mr. Speaker, at no time did I or the government attempt to interfere in police operations. I did not direct, ask, or even suggest to the Commissioner that she release that information, and the Commissioner herself has testified under oath that I did not receive direction, I was not influenced by government officials regarding the public release of information. Mr. Speaker, those are simply the facts.
Member for Sturgeon River Parkland.
Well, we've received email evidence from his office that suggests otherwise. Audio recordings and text messages from the RCMP commissioner confirm this disturbing pattern. The Minister of Emergency Preparedness has repeatedly crossed the line, interfering in a police investigation and politicizing our independent police forces, all to provide political cover for this Liberal government. The evidence against the minister is piling up. It's no wonder that the commissioner is looking for a new messaging app to permanently delete messages. The minister keeps denying, but the facts say otherwise. When will the minister finally come clean?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as I've said a number of times in this House, the independence of police operations is a key principle in our democracy. It's one that our government respects. But, Mr. Speaker, I simply remind this House, in May of 2020, the member from Lee, Grenville, Thousand Islands rose in this House and demanded to know why the government wasn't releasing information on search warrants, production orders, and closed warrants related to the Nova Scotia massacre. And at that time, Mr. Speaker, I was forced to rise in the House and explain to that Conservative member, and as I did to all members, that our government does not interfere with ongoing criminal investigations, and the RCMP are responsible for the information that he sought.
The Honourable Member for Louis Saint Laurent. Mr. Speaker, here are the uncontestable facts. In a conversation 10 years after the tragic incident, here's what the Commissioner said to her colleagues. She confirmed that there had been political interference in the ongoing investigation. First, she said, I had a conversation with the minister and I said that it would be in the communique and it wasn't. Second, she said, did you know that the government is working on a weapons bill right now? And she said, third, I'm waiting for a phone call from the Prime Minister to apologize. 1, 2, 3. Why does the minister continue with this cover-up?
The Honourable Minister.
On the contrary, Mr. Speaker, I've risen in this House a number of times and simply repeated the truth to the members. I'm not going to speculate on a conversation of which I was not a party. I can simply advise this House at no time did I direct, ask, or even suggest to the minister, to the Commissioner of the RCMP that she should release any information pertaining to this investigation. And under oath before the Mass Casualty Commission, the Commissioner has confirmed that she was not directed by myself or any government official, and that with respect to the release of information or in the conduct of the investigation. Mr. Speaker, those are simply facts.
The Honourable Member for Victoria.
Mr. Speaker, this weekend, the Environment Minister criticized oil and gas companies for paying out huge profits to their shareholders instead of taking climate action. But it's hard to believe this minister's fake outrage when the Liberals are still handing out billions of dollars to big oil, all while these corporations rake in record profits. The minister won't put a windfall tax on these excess profits to invest in climate action and to make life more affordable. Will the minister finally stand up to big oil by making them pay what they owe?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of the Environment.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the honourable member for the question. And, Mr. Speaker, we know two things for certain. Oil and gas emissions must come down, and that energy companies are making record profits.